Hello, welcome back to At Home with Dia. I'm Dia, an interior designer and home stylist that loves sharing decorating tips and ideas to help you create a home that's both elegant and functional. Today, I'm taking you along as I decorate my space and make some simple changes that instantly shift the vibe from cozy winter to light and bright for the warmer months. Just a few small changes can instantly change how your space looks and feels. If you're like me and don't always have time to do a full makeover in one day, small yet intentional changes can make a huge impact. I refresh my home little by little. I also like to keep things simple. If I already love a styled vignette, I make small swaps to update the look rather than starting from scratch. Today, I'm reimagining pieces I already own and incorporating a few items to give my home a fresh spring feel. I'm starting with the kitchen because even small tweaks here make a big difference. Here's how my stove area looked during the winter. Dark and cozy. Now watch how a few easy swaps bring in a fresh spring vibe. First, I'm removing the darker accessories, but keeping my wooden cutting boards in place. Then I swap out the black pot that holds my plant for a pale-colored vessel, instantly brightening things up. If you don't have a green thumb, an artificial plant works just as well. Next, I incorporate stylish yet functional pieces. This marble mortar and pestle complement the pot without being too matchy, while a candle base and a candle enhance the light, airy feel. To achieve a cohesive look, I repeat similar tones throughout, but mix materials, heights, and textures for visual interest. I always like to keep a candle close by to my stove to refresh the space after cooking. On the other side of the stove, I mirror these colors with a wooden riser and wooden fruit bowl and off-white ceramic accents. Now on to my island sink area. In winter, I started with amber glass items and dark florals. For spring, I'm going with a lighter, fresher look. This refresh is super quick and budget-friendly. I'm keeping the same tray, which blends nicely with my countertop while letting the accessories stand out. A low drinking glass from IKEA with a diamond cut design makes the perfect planter for this small greenery piece from Hobby Lobby's bridal section. To complete the look, I'm using a fluted clear glass dish soap dispenser from Amazon. A small change, but it makes such a big impact. Now moving over to the long counter by my dining table, this was my winter setup. I had framed the prints of our backyard's last snowfall, but for spring, I'm swapping them out with lighter nature-inspired images. Next, I switch out my dark winter vase and muted stems for a bright green artificial plant in a Hobby Lobby pot. I'm also replacing the darker base with a quartz trivet from Home Goods. Its beautiful cream and beige tones blend perfectly with my decor. To give my candle more presence and tie in the brass snuffer, I'm using a gold-trimmed drink coaster as a base. Notice how I keep the colors harmonious while playing with different materials, height, and shapes for an interesting look. Now here's a fun little trick. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I disguise an electrical outlet on this counter with different decorative trays, securing them with museum wax. But for spring, I wanted a fresh approach. I used a small command hook to hang a gold frame print from Home Goods and added rubber pads on the back corners so it sits evenly against the backsplash. On the opposite end of this counter, I swapped out my small blank lamp for a textured beige colored one from Hobby Lobby. It blends seamlessly with other accessories and keeps the look cohesive. For my dining table, I kept my neutral runner to tone down the black table. I switched out the pillow covers for light fabrics, linen, cotton, and woven material in beige, pale green, and soft stripes. To brighten up the wall, I swapped back to light colored mats in my DIY artwork frames. I reused my winter eucalyptus stems, but added delicate white flowers in a chunky vessel. This vase was originally bright white with a sparkly finish, but I toned it down with a quick DIY sponge paint wash effect. If you're interested in this DIY process, check out my video linked here and in the description below. For the entryway, I was inspired by early spring to add a new piece above my small console. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I love nature-inspired elements. You've probably noticed a lot of leaf artwork and other botanical prints. I recently admired the intricate branches of a bare tree in our backyard, and when I saw this framed art on Amazon, I couldn't resist buying it. The original frame was golden oak, but I painted it black to match my other frames. Now let's style this console. My go-to oval dough bowl is making a comeback, this time filled with my collection of geodes and zeolite for an organic grounding look. On top, I placed a tall artificial orchid from Home Goods to bridge the gap between the console and the canvas. One of my favorite additions is a botanical watercolor painting by my sister, which was inspired by a magnolia flower from my backyard. To give it a place of honor, I framed it in a wide off-white mat in a black frame and displayed it in a small easel. To elevate the setup, I literally thought outside the box. I repurposed the lid of a tortoiseshell box as a base. So here is how this console arrangement looks. Now, onto the living room. I'm using an olive green pillow as a backdrop to add contrast as I layer in lighter colored pillows. I swapped out thick, heavier winter fabrics for linen, cotton, and woven textures in pale green, beige, and cream. A lumbar pillow with a subtle vertical leaf design ties it all together. For added comfort, I included a lightweight throw blanket for myself when the air conditioning gets a little bit too cool, and a heavier knit one for my husband, because he's always cold. And of course, the sitting area would not be complete without a styled coffee table. A tall cylinder vase for Magnolia Home holds muted stems and delicate white blooms. Next to it, I stacked 2 books in complementary colors and topped them with a zeolite stone for an organic touch. I love the raw, natural element of this stone and how it picks up the light and reflects it. Now, across from the vase, a simple earthen dish and candle add warmth and height variation. And finally, a suede and crocodile textured tote box finishes the setup, keeping remotes neatly hidden. Oh, and let's not forget, I need to style that console table under the TV. So on the media console, I grouped 3 marble candle holders as sculptural elements on one side and a white marble tray with a unique handcrafted pottery on the other. These raku-fired ceramic pieces have a distinct coloration created by horsehair being thrown on them during the firing process. They look so unique. Now, let me show you my brand new addition to my space. I wanted a sofa table behind my sectional, but the sofa is actually quite low, and with only 12 to 13 inches of clearance and a main walkway, finding the perfect fit was a challenge. A custom-made piece was the perfect solution. This waterfall inverted bevel edge console was crafted by talented local woodworkers to my exact design and dimensions. Unlike some high-end design stores that use veneer, this is solid wood through and through. High-quality craftsmanship at a fraction of the cost. They create a variety of stunning custom furniture and wall installations. So if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'll link their details below so you can check them out. By the way, this is not sponsored. I just believe in supporting small businesses that do a great job. For styling, I kept it simple to let the wood grain shine. A stack of bone inlay boxes, a pair of low vases, and a marble tray with a candle was the perfect fit. The result is a clean, sophisticated look that elevates my space. Let me know in the comments, would you go custom or hunt for a ready-made piece? Here's a final look of the refreshed living area. Small changes can make such a big impact. And just like that, my home is feeling refreshed and ready to transition into the spring season. I love how small, simple changes like switching out pillow covers and decorative accents can totally transform a space without a full makeover. Stay tuned for upcoming videos with more spring-inspired decorating tips and ideas. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. I hope this video gave you some inspiration to start your own early spring refresh? Let me know in the comments. What's the first thing you'll be changing in preparation for the season? I love to hear your ideas. Thank you for spending time with me today. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.